work tonight finally on the figures themselves. At this point, I don't really have a lot to show for it. What I've basically done is gone in and used the Vallejo dark gray primer on everything from the waist down and the gray primer on everything from the waist up. From this point, I'll go in and paint the various shirt colors and then worry about niceties like skin and that. On Uhura, I've gone ahead and still primered her legs in the darker gray. That's so when I go with the skin tone, it'll actually look like she's wearing hose. See you with the next update. Okay, update time on the figure work. At this point, don't know how well you can see it, but I've got the uniforms blocked in basically. Our reds and blues and golds. I also want to take time to note or to thank Tamaya for their excellent acrylic paint thinner, which has let me revive these ancient Ralpartha acrylic paints for use on these figures. Now I've still got to go in, I'll probably touch up some of the colors, and then I've got to do the flesh tones and a few other things. But we have progress. They look less like white blobs now, so we're getting there. Alright, at this point, finish line is in sight. I have basically finished at this point painting work on all the figures. Went in and touched up the uniform colors. Did the skin and hair tones on each of them. Hand painted the Starfleet insignia on the chest and the rank stripes on the sleeves where applicable. All the figures were given a black wash to help bring out the details. I did the black wash before I did the insignia and the rank stripes on the sleeves. Not really trying to get accurate ranks on the sleeves, just a representation of them. Most of the flesh tones were custom mixed based off what I had available. Colors were drawn on with a black microtip Sharpie. But as you can see, the overall effect is working nicely. At this point, I'm not really planning on doing any more detailed work on the figures. Considering how they're going to be sitting, you're not going to be able to see a lot. So all I really need to do now with them is seal them up. Once I've got that done, it's time to glue them into their chairs and glue them into place on the deck. Alright, with just under a week to spare, I've got what's going to be my final build for this year's Big Spring Contest finished. I give you, no, the whole thing's not going to show up on screen, so I'll be honest. But I could show you enough. Got the figures in place, got the chairs in place. Overall, I am very happy with the results. There are a couple of things I'd probably try to do differently this time, or in a next time. The photo etch from Paragraphics was an excellent investment for this kit. I would strongly recommend that for anybody planning to do the bridge. At this point though, we've got our new arrangement with the 2 turbo lifts, moving the science console back to the back, relocating the communications console to where the old navigation console actually would have been. Because in the original layout, the communications console would have been here and the science console would have been here. I've removed the navigation console because I figure, we've got Chekhov down here to do the navigation work. All in all, there are some fit issues with this thing, mostly when you bring the panels together. I've given all the figures a coat of all-clad dull coat. Let's see if we can get a little better look at what we got going on in here. Yeah, there we go. Take a little slower spin, see if I can get a look at our main group there. There we go. Now ready to take the ship to the next frontier. And since I can tell at this point I'm already starting to babble, I'm going to let the model speak for itself and put some stills at the end of this to take a look at. Thank you for watching, and head over to ScaleModelAddict.com to take a look at the rest of the entries for this year's contest.